Welcome to Inside Lacrosse TV. We're here in the Under Armour facilities in Baltimore, Maryland with Boston Cannon's middie. It's kind of strange to say, Paul Rabil, because you just graduated from Hopkins. And let's talk a little bit about your career at Johns Hopkins, two-time national champion, two-time Tewaaraton finalist, 07 middie of the year. You know, I could keep talking about this, but when you stepped on the field at Homewood your freshman year, was this kind of the career you envisioned for yourself?
No, not at all. You know, the first thing that I wanted to do when I committed to Hopkins was just really find a way to get on the field. You know, whether it be playing defensive midfield, offensive midfield, or you know, coaches known for sometimes putting a long pole in a offensive guy's hand. So, first thing I talked to him when I was in his office was just, I'm just going to do anything I can to get on the field. So it ended up panning out on the offensive end.
Great. So you guys won 2 national championships, as I said before, at Hopkins. Which one was more satisfying, 05 when you guys went undefeated, or 07 because you guys had that losing streak and then you'd only made the quarters in 06?
Well, you know, I think it's great being in that position to try to figure out which championship was felt better. But you know, winning a championship in general is just the best feeling in the world. You know, in 05 we were part of an undefeated team. My freshman class had a pretty big impact on that season, but 07 it was a different experience. It may have been a little more gratifying because we were 4-4 at one point and struggling to make the playoffs, and we made a bit of a run. And so you know, bottom line is just being there at championship weekends, an awesome time, and having the chance to win another ring is just priceless.
What was it like in 07 winning that in Baltimore?
Yeah, it was great, especially being at home and winning in front of a home crowd. Being the underdogs, it was a great experience. You know, something that I'll never forget. You know, that whole season, the struggles we went through, and then rebounding and still struggling in the playoffs, and just being able to put it together in the end is pretty much all you can ask for.
Right. So the kind of converse experience of that was the times when you guys lost, you didn't make it to the national championship and win. Tell me which one was a tougher loss to take, the 06 loss or this year?
Probably this year's loss was a bit more difficult to take, just on different levels though. The main level being just that the college career was over. You know, whether we lost in the quarters or not made the playoffs or lost in the championship like we did, it was a tough pill to swallow, just knowing that you're not going to be in the locker room with those guys again that you were with for 4 years, and you know, your experiences that you share with them are now memories. And so, you know, that was the most difficult part. But you know, looking back on it, win or lose in that championship game, it was just awesome to be a part of it. And you know, you really can't ask for more without trying to be too greedy. But as far as 06 went, not being able to make it to the semifinals in that big venue, that's probably the worst thing that's happened.
Right. As
far as actual playoffs and game experience.
On a brighter note, if you could single out the best game you've ever had as a Blue Jay, would it be that final this year, the 6-1 assist performance? Best individual game and then best team game?
Best individual game, I don't know. I would have to say the championship in 07 or championship in 05. You know, one thing at Hopkins that we've always talked about, and what they use as a huge recruiting pitch, and what we believe in, is that, you know, it's not really about numbers on the offensive end. You know, it's tough to sort of steer away from that, but the system that we have is really an individual effort, you know, built to a collective standpoint, and just try to win as a team. And you know, whether you're scoring a goal or 2 goals, if you're moving the ball and doing your job and we win, then that's a great offensive performance individually. So, I mean, I'd say my best games were the 2 championships that we won.
All right. And so if a kid 20 years from now goes to Homewood Field and picks up a program that's got Paul Rabil in there and a little bit about you, how would it begin?
I guess the way that you began this interview, you know, 2 national championships would be the most important thing. And you know, a successful career at Hopkins, and where I formed a lot of relationships, and you know, I'll never forget it.
Great, and you can follow Paul as he makes his leap into the pros all this summer. Follow the MLL at InsideLacrosse.com.